Hey folks, here's a quick video to show you how to start curating your own YouTube video channel for your classroom. And so the first thing that I want to start off with is I use YouTube a lot in my personal life as well as in my classroom. And I'm not always the best of toggling back and forth between my school account, which I'm logged into here, and my personal Gmail account. Since Google owns YouTube, it's really easy to just link those accounts. So what you search for in YouTube on my personal account doesn't show up on my school account and vice versa. But I'm obviously not very good at that. You know, I've got The Simpsons and concerts and video game videos in here. And I just want to make you aware of that, that what you search in YouTube on your school account is going to show up if you're searching like a video for your classroom. So just be aware of that. It's pretty easy to toggle back and forth between accounts. Up here on the right-hand corner, you can just click on your picture and then just switch accounts. So obviously I could switch to my personal account, but I'm not too worried about what I search on YouTube. And if a student comments on it, it's a great discussion piece. So that's just fine for me. So second thing I want to talk about is how to get to or create your channel. So as long as you're signed into a Gmail account on YouTube, creating a channel is really, really simple. You click on the top right-hand corner button and you just click on this Your Channel. And if you've never done this before, you might have to go through a couple of validation screens where it asks for your name and what you want to be posting as, and double check your password. But when you get there, it should look something like this. And obviously I've curated this a little bit because I put in a banner and I have videos posted, but this is the pretty basic layout of what it's going to look like. And so there's no way to make your channel totally private, so only your students could see it. But I'll show you ways that you can update your videos so anyone could find your channel, but they wouldn't be able to find the specific feedback for a student if you had posted it up or used YouTube as the channel to deliver that link to that student, which is what I do a lot. So first thing that we'll want to do is we'll want to set up your channel to generally just be a little bit safer. I don't know if you've ever read YouTube comments, but they're absolutely horrible. So I've disabled comments on my channel and I disable comments on most of my videos, even if I'm sharing it privately. I want to just kind of cut that out. I don't want to deal with it. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to go to Customize Channel. And then there's this little toggle wheel here. So I'm going to click on that. And I'm going to not show the discussion tab. So I could turn this on. I don't want people to have any discussions on my channel. I'll have discussions with them in class, and that will be just fine. So I will save that. And then if I head back to my channel, or I guess I can just push back. The other thing you can do in that Customize Channel button, oops, sorry, I forgot this, is you can kind of display what people see as they land on your channel. So if I wanted to feature some content in videos here, I could do that. I could even set it up for if you're like the first time visitor to this channel, here's what it's about. I don't use YouTube that deeply, but you can if you'd like to. All right. So next thing we're going to take a look at is YouTube Studio. So this is where most of the work will be done. In terms of sharing videos. So if you click on YouTube Studio, it brings you to this like entirely new landing page. And you can adjust the settings down here if you'd like. These guys, and I'd recommend taking a look at them, but there's nothing kind of out of the ordinary here. But the three that you might want to pay attention to on this left-hand side are videos, playlists, and then comments. So let's look at comments first. And so I obviously haven't disabled comments on all my videos because, one, I think it's kind of funny and no one has really pushed it too far. But I get a lot of comments from like all over the world about a video that I posted. It's like a 10-second video of John Proctor dying that I use in my class. I have them analyze this great and dramatic scene. And I want them to be able to access that scene anywhere. So I put it on YouTube. And I don't know why it's popular, but it is. But I show you this comments tab because I could go through and respond or view or delete these comments. So just keep that in mind too. There's a way to curate these things. So I could remove, report this user, or always approve comments from this user if I know that it's this kid in class who's always making great comments. So we've got that. And then I can also kind of adjust how people see and what people post on the video side of things. So you're going to see I've got a lot of untitled videos here really quick. And that's because I was just cranking out videos for students. It goes really, really quickly. So I didn't even bother naming them because it was just a video link that I shared between me and this other student. So no one really cared what the name of the video was. But I can do some adjustments for what people see. So you're going to notice that this visibility is listed as unlisted, which means that anyone who has the link to that video can see that video. But it's not going to appear in my channel. It's not going to appear if anybody searches for it in YouTube. It's just between me and whoever has that link. So if I send a link to a student with feedback on a paper or an assignment, and that person decides to share that link with other people, that's fine. That's up to them to share their own personal information or with their parents or whatever. But just know that no one else can see that. Your other options are private, and I wouldn't recommend going full private. That means I can see it, and anybody who I specifically share the video with can see it. So like that email address, or it might even get as specific as that YouTube user can see it, but no one else, even if they have the link. And I don't do that one because I think it could be a little bit too confusing. Like if a student wanted to show something to a parent, or if a student was having trouble logging in, or they weren't logged into their student email account when they were trying to view the feedback, I just wanted them to be able to see it whenever they had the link. And then public. I could set this as public, and then anybody would be able to see it. It would show up on my YouTube channel and just be available that way. So for feedback, I always make sure that it's unlisted. For anything else that I post on my channel, you're going to notice that it's public. I post things that I want anyone and everyone to watch. Maybe it's a grammar video, or it's just a lesson on Huckleberry Finn, something like that. So I can also kind of batch select videos. So say I posted a whole bunch of videos and I was like, oh man, I screwed up. I need to change like who can see these. I need to change these all to unlisted. So did you see how I did that? Is I can select them all, and I've got 30 selected right now, you can see, but I can even select every video on my channel. So I'll go ahead and do that and select all, and then I can edit it. So I could change that visibility, or I could also change the comments, right? And this is what I really wanted to show you. So right now I'm allowing all comments for all of these videos because I've got them all selected, but I could disable all comments or hold all comments on my YouTube video as well, just to kind of create that safety, because people find and do weird things on the internet. I'd recommend just disabling comments and don't open yourself up to any issues like that. Those are the big ones that I'd recommend for getting started on a channel. And if you have any other questions, feel free to reach out. Best of luck, folks.